Have you ever wondered why we experience emotions and how they influence our decisions? Let's delve into the fascinating world of emotions, shall we? Emotions, they're like the secret language of our body and mind, often revealing more about us than words ever could. They are an integral part of our human experience, driving our actions, shaping our relationships, and coloring our perception of the world. But what are they really? In the simplest terms, emotions are our body's response to various stimuli. They're the result of an intricate dance between our brain and our body, a dance choreographed by the amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure deep within our brain. The amygdala is like the emotional command center of our brain, constantly scanning our environment for any potential threats or rewards. When it detects something significant, it signals the release of certain hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones prepare our body to respond to the situation, whether it's to fight, flee, or simply freeze in place. This is often why we feel a rush of energy when we're scared or excited, or why we might feel our heart pounding in our chest when we're nervous or angry. But emotions are not just about survival. They also play a pivotal role in our decision-making process. Have you ever made a decision based on a gut feeling? That's your emotions at work. They can steer us towards choices that bring pleasure and avoid pain, guiding us even when we're not consciously aware of it. It's also worth noting that emotions are not universally experienced in the same way. They're deeply personal and can be influenced by a multitude of factors, including our past experiences, cultural background, and even our genetic makeup. This is why what might bring joy to one person could induce fear or disgust in another. In conclusion, emotions are a complex interplay of psychological and physiological processes, shaping our reactions to the world around us. They're not merely feelings, but powerful forces that can drive us, define us, and sometimes even defy us. But understanding them is the first step towards mastering them. And with that, we'll move on to the next part of our journey, exploring the impact of emotions. Knowing why we have emotions is one thing, but understanding their impact on us is another. Emotions, positive or negative, have a profound effect on our lives. Let's consider happiness, for instance. It can act as a catalyst, boosting our productivity, sparking creativity, and even improving our overall health. It's like a ripple effect, where one positive emotion can trigger a chain of positive outcomes. On the flip side, negative emotions such as anger or sadness can be quite detrimental. These emotions, if not managed properly, can lead to stress, health problems, and strained relationships. The persistent feeling of anger might lead to high blood pressure, while chronic sadness can potentially pave the way for conditions like depression. So, you see, whether we are riding the wave of happiness or getting caught in the storm of anger, our emotions have a significant impact. The impact of our emotions extends to every aspect of our lives, from our mental and physical well-being to our relationships and productivity. While we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we respond to it. This adage forms the bedrock of our discussion today about emotional control techniques. Let's start with mindfulness. Mindfulness is about staying present and fully engaged with whatever we're doing at the moment, free from distraction or judgment, and aware of our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. It's like observing the waves in the ocean without trying to change them. This technique helps us respond to our emotions consciously rather than reacting impulsively. Next, we have cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. CBT is a type of psychological treatment that can be highly effective for a range of mental and emotional challenges. It works by helping us identify and change destructive or disturbing thought patterns that have a negative influence on our behavior and emotions. Imagine being able to rewire your brain's automatic responses to emotional triggers. That's the power of cognitive behavioral therapy. Then, there's emotional intelligence. This is our ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions and the emotions of others. It's about being in tune with our feelings and using this awareness to manage stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. These techniques are not overnight fixes. They require practice, patience, and persistence. They may even require guidance from a professional, but the benefits they offer are immense. They can help us understand our emotional responses better, manage our reactions to stressful situations, and ultimately lead to healthier relationships and a better quality of life. Remember, emotions are not our enemies. They are signals telling us about what's happening within and around us. However, not being able to control them can lead to a tumultuous life, full of regret and missed opportunities. With the right tools and techniques, we can learn to control our emotional responses and make better decisions. So, let's embark on this journey of emotional mastery together. It's a journey that leads to self-discovery, resilience, and an overall more fulfilling life. But why should we bother to control our emotions? Well, the benefits of emotional control are manifold and can significantly enhance our quality of life. It paves the way to improved mental health by helping us maintain a balanced state of mind. A mind that is not easily swayed by the turbulence of emotions is more likely to be calm and composed, even in the face of adversity. Emotional control also fosters better relationships. When we can manage our emotions, we become more empathetic and understanding, making it easier to build strong, lasting bonds with others. Beyond personal life, emotional control boosts productivity in our professional lives. It equips us with the ability to make rational decisions devoid of emotional bias, leading to better outcomes and success. Controlling our emotions doesn't mean suppressing them, but rather understanding and managing them for our overall well-being. Through emotional control, we can lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. Mastering our emotions is not an overnight process, but a journey. It's a path that requires unwavering commitment, a dash of patience, and a healthy dose of self-awareness. The road to emotional mastery might be long and arduous, but it's one worth traversing. Imagine it like learning to play a musical instrument. You don't start off playing complex symphonies. You begin with the basics, gradually adding more notes, more chords, until you're creating beautiful music. Similarly, emotional control starts small, a moment of patience here, a deep breath there, slowly building up your resilience. But remember, everyone's journey is unique. Your pace doesn't have to match anyone else's. This isn't a competition, it's a personal journey of growth. So, take that first step. Begin with a single moment of emotional control and then another and another. With patience and practice, you'll find yourself on the path to emotional mastery. Remember, the journey to emotional mastery is a marathon, not a sprint. Start today and see how far you can go.